Hi all. Okay, on December the 21st. So we're getting there. It's slow, but okay, what's happening here? Supplemental cards stay the same at 8. The command level drops to 2 now on the 21st. So it's going to be probably the allies are going to get more and more impulses as things go on. The one new rule that starts on the 21st is Allied Air Interdiction, which isn't very nice. During the supply phase, we draw a command card to determine the effects of Allied Air Interdiction. So if you get an air power command, or if it's an army or army group card, you've got to discard the card from a hand with the highest command value and skip the first German impulse. So it's not nice. So anyway, that starts. Victory conditions at the end of this day are still lose if you've got less than 11, but the victory goes up. You need to get more than 45 now. Now there's a separate victory condition for the breakout scenario, but I'll have a look at that at the end. It's not really my intention to do that, but I'm still feeling like I could keep playing on a little bit. I know it's slow. Don't know if there's many you watching, but I'm quite enjoying it myself. So we'll probably plod on. Okay, so first things first, the reserves. So I'll get them. There's a bunch of them. I'll get them down into the reserve units box. We'll have a look. Okay, there's the reserve. Oh, just while I've got the camera there. There's another 2 units in the limited units, but there was only one. But if you recall, I caught a wee blip at the end of the video, and that guy should have been eliminated. So that's another 2 going in the cup there to take us up to 26. So that's how we finished the day, on 26 points on the 20th. Right, so we've got quite a strong infantry unit for the 85th Corps, and we get an armoured and mechanised unit for these 15 PG. Again, we brought one from we brought the Führer Grenadier unit, and these are the other 2 of that corps. What was it? 53rd Corps, yeah. So that's quite interesting. But the Allies, they go the 84th Infantry from the 7th Corps, and then if you remember, Patton went on the move, and so the 3rd Corps are going to come in today rather than the 22nd, unfortunately. So that's the reserves. This guy's on the 20th, so we'll get to deploy. If we don't deploy him today, we'll get a free deployment of him on the 22nd. So yeah, that's that. These are the 2 cards we get added. They're for the 53rd Corps. So we'll definitely see the primary. We might see the supplemental. Okay, so the Allies don't get any reinforcement cards today. So I've shuffled their deck up. They get another 2 of the offensive, Allied aggressive action cards. So they're mixed in as well. So more chance they're going to start getting aggressive. So that's it. Everyone's shuffled up. So we're going to the supply phase. Now we're on the 21st. We get this Allied Air Interdiction. So we're going to draw a command card and hope it's not got air power on it as the event, or if it's an army or army group card. So here we go. No, we're good. Artillery barrage. That's what it's looking for there, the event, isn't it? Air power command event or army. Yeah. So we're okay there. I've drawn my hand. I've not looked at it yet. I think we'll have to set it out next, because the next part is if I want to play a Bridge Engineers card. So we'll have a look at the hand. Okay, so there's our hand. Right away I checked the division card for fuel, and unfortunately the 2nd SS Panzer Corps are going to be triggered for no fuel. We do have 2 fuel markers we can use though, so I'll have a look when the time comes, quite possibly using that. We do have this Bridge Engineers event, and I think I'm going to use it actually. Yeah, it's getting a card in my hand as well. I've got 2 of the 80 core. So yeah, I'm actually going to use it down beside them. Hang on, I'll pan the camera in and have a look. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. It takes a card out my hand as well. It's not strongest. I mean, even the combat tactic at the moment, if it had been air power, that doesn't start until the 22nd there, so I mean, yeah, I could have assigned a replacement point to one of these guys, but okay, so I'm going to repair this bridge. There's no issues. The supply can be traced to one side or the other. I'll let these guys come down and not have to worry. Yeah, because as soon as I activate them, this will be their bridge. Again, I don't think this has ever been confirmed about. I could be wrong. Maybe it is there and I've just overlooked it. You would think that I've repaired this bridge, it should become a German controlled bridge, but I don't think it's quite clear in the rules that that's the case. I think it's been asked before, so I'll not mark it now, but as soon as I activate them, that'll be fine. It'll become German controlled then. So yeah, I think I'll do that within the supply phase and fix that bridge. Okay, supply checks now. Determine supply status. This is the bit where you go, oh, forgot, should have put him there. Could happen. Initial looking okay, I think. So we check our guys first. So this is alright, this is okay. This guy doesn't exert zone of control where he is, so there's no problem with these guys coming down. Same with this guy, we can go in here. He's fine. They're all fine. Yeah, I'm not seeing any issues in any of these guys. Down to here, so I'll move down, have a look down the bottom. Now I'll have a look up the front there. Well, actually, can we see that guy? Yeah. He's okay. There's nothing in here. So this was our bridge that we managed to keep. Okay, I had to backtrack a little bit, only because I didn't realise a rule that I should have been realising. But anyway, however, let's not go back into all that again. So this guy, I think he was okay, wasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So as we got on it, I was thinking about putting him up here, and then it would have been in trouble for him. They can jump across the river, and this guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's okay as well. So all them are all good. Yeah, we're all good there. So just down the bottom right hand corner. So these are right. They can jump across. These guys can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're okay. And then down here we moved this guy back that was out of supply. This guy here. So now you can trace across. Well, we've got the bridge up now as well. So yeah, maybe if I'd thought that, but you don't know. That was me drawing that card. So this out of supply can come off, and they're all okay. They can jump across, or well, actually, yeah, you could come across the bridge too. Anyway, they're all able to trace supply. That's the main part. Okay, so now to have a look at the allied units. This guy here's surrounded, so he's not able to trace supply. The rest of these guys, he's okay. They're all okay. I think most of the rest of them are okay. Have a look in the middle. There you go. Yeah, there's no issues there. They can all go that way. This guy down the bottom can trace supply down south. So again, just the bottom right hand corner again. So yeah, we had this guy in low supply, and then he was able to move back to the town, wasn't he? Anyway, he can now trace supply. fine. So he uses his whole supply marker, and these three units are all good. So that's that. Second last part is remove robot markers not in both German and Allied supply. Well, this one is in both. Or is it? Hang on a sec. Yeah, it is. It's not supply, it's communication anyway. So, yeah, it's more than likely it could go the long way around. But it can trace into here as well. So that's fine. So that robot stays where it is. And lastly, we've got to check out the fuel. Like I said, we've got this card which states that the second SS off the second, this should be second SS Panzer Corps, the misprint, has no fuel on the 21st, and that's where we're at. So I've got to decide now if I want to spend one of the fuel markers to negate that, because I think do I not lose the card as well? I think I'll lose the card as well. Hang on a sec, we'll double check. It's been a wee while. Yeah, you lose the card as well. And this is the second SS here. They're full strength elite units. They're adjacent to Stavelot, who's a reduced infantry unit, so I don't think we want them to be out of fuel. And just giving you the effects out of fuel again. The unit may not move, retreat, or advance after combat. The unit may not attack, and if the unit is attacked, the enemy attackers may disregard one attacker hit. And it lasts right throughout the day. They only drop off at the end of the day. So, and the fact we're losing the card as well. It's got combat engineers as the combat tactic. So yeah, I think we're going to spend one of our fuel markers. The other you do have an option to play there's an event fuel priority, is it? Fuel priority, but I think it comes on to the later on cards. I don't think there's many in the deck. On saying that, yeah, I think the army and army group cards can be used for that as well, can't they? I know they're restricted. They can't play any of the special events, obviously. I think you can use them for bridge engineers, commandos, fuel priority, I think. Pretty sure that's right. Well, if it comes up, we'll double check. Yeah, so I'm going to use one of my yes fuel markers, I think, to stop that second SS becoming out of fuel and to avoid discarding that card as well. So we've got one left. It's quite early using the first one, but there we go. Okay, that's the supply phase over. So next it's going to be a German impulse. Just wanted to pick up on a couple of things I said in the last part of just the setup for the 21st. First of all, I mentioned the Allies got no reinforcement cards, but if you remember, the pattern on the move brought in the stack of the 3rd Corps units, and when I drew that card, I put the 3 cards. I think it's 3 cards, maybe 4. No, I think it's only 3. I put the 3 cards into the. In fact, it'll tell me under the pattern on the move event. Where are we? Add the 3 cards for the 3 Corps to the Allied command deck on December 21st. Well, what I done was I just put them in the discard pile on the 20th, so I wouldn't look at them and say, oh, they don't come in till the 22nd. So I put them in there just now. So they 3 cards did get added. I said there was no additional cards. It's only because I put them in there already. So it was just to let you know that the cards are in there. So what was it? The other thing? Yeah. I talked about I used the bridge engineer to repair this bridge, and I then brought back the whole question about the control of this bridge. I think I maybe mentioned at the time, but I went and had a look, and to be honest, it's a post I made myself a wee while back, and it was also a post Martin had made a long time back. I think probably when he first started playing the game. His question was a bit different regarding what we're talking about, but it brought up another few questions that somebody else mentioned. Anyway, it's still never been confirmed if by repairing a bridge it becomes your control. I think it says in the rules, and I think Russ, the guy, he created the FAQ for the German solo game. It's well worth a look if you're looking for anything you're unsure about. And he put, I think he put the sort of suggestion, I think it was from my post maybe, the suggestion that there was an idea brought up that it might have been the intention for this to become German controlled. I think it's worth a read anyway. But one of the things he mentioned, which I didn't get the chance to look at in the rules, but if you build a new bridge, which you can do with the bridge engineers event, that becomes German controlled. But I mean, you would think, well, duh, of course you've built the bridge, it's your control. Well, you would also think repairing a bridge would become your control, but that's not quite as clear in the rules. Yeah, just thought I better double check that. It says when a new bridge is built, place a bridge control marker for the side that built it. So, if you build a new bridge, you control it. But it sounds like you would assume that anyway, but you would think by repairing a bridge that it would become yours as well, but that's not quite so clear. Anyway, the other bit I got, this was the bit that was from Martin's post. Guy Jean had said his literal interpretation of the rules is bridges don't change control when they're blown or repaired. So if the Germans rebuild the destroyed Allied bridge for the purpose of tracing supply, they will also have to send a unit there to claim control. So this is a situation. I've repaired this bridge, but the control doesn't change until you either cross it or you activate a unit and there's no Allied unit across it. So, and it says two bridges can change control even when they're destroyed, although only by activating a unit adjacent unit, of course. Now that's the bit that I never really thought about. Bridges can change control even when they're destroyed, although only by activating an adjacent unit, of course, no crossing. So I think what he's saying there is that when this bridge has been blown, if I've activated a unit and this bridge is blown, I've activated a unit adjacent to it, there's no Allied unit across it, that then becomes German. It becomes a German-controlled blown bridge. That's what he's saying there. But there's, I can't see any official wording regarding that as well. So at the moment, I've still got to believe that, as silly as it seems, that this is an Allied-controlled bridge. It's not going to be a great issue in this situation, but it could be. There are situations where it could be. So I think, I'm pretty sure the intention would be that this is German controlled in the moment. I think it would be good if the designer maybe clarified that at some point. But there's a few questions out there and they've just never been quite answered by the main man himself. Anyway, it was just to give a heads up there, because I talked about what was I talked about? Tracing supply. Oh yeah, I talked about this guy could trace supply by going 1, 2 and then crossing the bridge. Well, if this is an Allied bridge, he couldn't. But that's irrelevant. All these guys can cross over the river and get to a supply road anyway. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, so been having a look and just feel like it would be wrong not to try and go for this guy before the Allies get another chance to reinforce it. Maybe I've got a first SS Panzer Corps. Again, I'm still skipping by where I could be replacing points on them, but I don't think that's the intention of this game as the Germans. Certainly not. Even it's getting mid game now, is it? Or is it? Maybe it's not. The other one's looking at the second SS that I saved from the no fuel. I could have a bit of a cheap shot at this guy. I mean, he's only 2 strength. I've no assault coordinations in my hand. Regarding the hand, it's not that great. But it's only a 1 command level, and if you remember, the command level's dropped to 2 now. So most cards you're going to play are going to pass the Allies. This one would let me have 71 odds and a 4 chip pool. I've not really got combat. I've got fixed artillery that's out of range, and I've got infantry infiltration, and he's in a town. So, I mean, I think I could. Actually, I don't think you can play the artillery, can you? I could play the infantry infiltration. It won't do nothing but draw me another chip. I don't think I can play the fixed artillery though. I think you've got to be within range for that to. I could be wrong. Could be worth a look. But yeah, there's my first 2 thoughts, I guess. I think it was just because it was 1 command level. Could have an attack with that, and then I could come in with that. Sounds like a plan, I think. Whether it's a good one or not. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. Or the first part of it anyway. And we saved these guys, we saved that card, we spent that fuel marker. Let's make the most of it. Well, hopefully make the most of it. So I'm going to play that. It's got 1 command level, and I'm going to play it to activate the second SS, and it's a stack. That's going to be it. And yeah, it's going to be straight up attack. 14 points against 2 at the moment anyway. So 71 odds and 4 chip pools, 3 units, 1 elite, and I've just decided to go with that. I don't know, maybe I suppose you're looking for a bit of luck. I've got the odds chits, I've got a couple of 5-1, 6-1, 7-1s, that would be good. But he's going to get a card. He's not. No, he's not surrounded, so he could possibly get a defender. Okay, let's go with that. Let's give it a try. So let's draw an allied card. Oh, and it is 5th Corps. It's not his division. It's a division, but it's not 1st Division. Oh no, it's green again. Oh dear. Okay. Well, it's only 2 chip pools. We're getting 2 71s, What do you think? Yeah, because he's in a town as well, so I need D2 to do anything. Right, okay, well I've done it now. So minimum of 1, maximum of just 2. So I'll get the 1. Okay, well we've got to start. No chits out of the cup yet, and we draw a blue. 3-1 though. So yeah, we're going to draw the other one. We need an RD1 for anything to happen, so let's go for it. Well, I'll take that, definitely. Yeah, that's superb. So it's 3 to him, 1 to us, But none of these guys have been hit yet. I mean, they are elite, but... Sorry, have we got that on camera? Right, there we go. So he's in a town. So that knocks it down. Then he's going to retreat to here. Taking it down to 1. He's going to retreat again, isn't he? I'll take them away. Yeah, he's going to survive, but he's going to retreat anyway at least. And that's into the town, so it's a town first, isn't it? Yeah. He's going to retreat into there. He's going to become dispersed, which has an effect on him, really. Let's try and make sure I can see what's going on there. So there we go. So probably that guy, yeah. Reduce that 3 to a 4. And now do we advance them? Probably. Let me think. Yeah, I can actually advance. I can advance them into here, and I can advance them into there as well, because I'm following the path of retreat, even though it's zone of control to zone of control. I'm following his retreat, so I think I might be doing that actually. It gets me close to be able to surround that guy. So we're definitely moving into stab a lot, and it also sort of gets round to this big, huge stack. Right, hang on, those are checks to be made there. When I move in there, right, hang on a sec. Yeah, there's a bridge here, and this hex is an allied supply. Go across there, and away it goes. So I need to check for that bridge. I'll get rid of the dice. I got the screen that time, 3D3. Right, okay, bridge check. That was a 7. We're good. I think I do. I think I move into this, don't I? You've got to, Grant. You've got to. So there's 2 bridges attached to that as well. Is this one still going to be an allied supply? Yeah, it will be, because it can trace into the unit. And this one obviously has. So I've got 2 bridge checks to do. I think maybe I want westernmost first. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think there's any rule. There is if there's roadblocks. If it was a roadblock check, you check the highest hull value, then the westernmost. It's probably, maybe it doesn't matter with bridges. But what we'll do is we'll check the westernmost bridge first, and then the eastern one. So. Oh, I can't see that. What we got? Oh, it's a 2. Yeah. Okay, so that one blows. Let's check the other one then. That's a 4. Okay, so the one beside Trois Pommes blows. And the other one's okay. Oh, no, we're using markers for that. We're using me cubes. So this one's blowing, unfortunately. But yeah, that was a great result for getting screen and getting D3 out of 2 chats. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so we've only spent 1 point. Let's say that was the part of the plan. So I think it's going to be first SS. I'll have a wee look though, just a wee think. Okay, yeah, I'm going to activate the first SS and have a go at Verviers again. There's still this temptation to try and clean this guy up. And the thing is, I can get this guy in as well now and get 71 odds. But I probably could get the A2 in as well for another 26, I think. Sorry, hang on. Yeah, I mean, I've got 61 odds with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chip pools. No, 8 chip pools it'll be. I can move them in and get 71 odds when there are 2 chip pools. But I'm quite keen on, I know it's maybe not worthy, and remember Martin saying to me it's what he usually does with units like this is just leave them and let them, be out of supply and just strangle them there. But part of me also wants to come back into that town, just grab the town. I don't know, maybe that's not necessary, is it? You know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to move these guys back into here and attack that unit, I think. That's maybe not the cleverest move, but... and then this infantry unit is going to move 1, 2 out of zone of control and then into there. And then I don't think I'm going to move either of these guys. I looked at this guy and I probably should bring him up. I'm just slightly frightened about this big gap we've got here, but I don't know if that's a worry or not. We do have a line of units protected. I know you can't see it off camera, but the 47th Corps have got 3 units, so there's not a gap in that line, if you like. So probably should move them up, try and get them involved. Yeah, I think I will, because if we do happen to get Verviers, we might as well try towards Liège. Although still some of these 7 Corps units to appear, but okay, let's not rabbit on Grant. Okay, strategic move with this guy. I mean, he must only get 8. It's strange, in the rules it says either 10 or 12, but you are generally just doubling the movement from 5 to 6, but this guy's only got 4 movement, so assuming it's 8 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'll have to stop him there. I can't move him adjacent. Yeah, so let's do that. So a couple of attacks. What one am I going to do first? Okay, I'll do this one first. I didn't actually count the numbers here. 4, 7 and 4 is 11. So yeah, 5 to 1 odds, and unfortunately only 1, 2, 3 chip pools because this guy's bracketed, and 1 for elite. So it's only 4 chip pools. So 5 to 1 odds, 4 chip pools. I mean, the good thing is he doesn't get to draw a card, but 5 to 1 odds, 4 chip pools, I said. He's not getting to draw a card, so no defender, no combat tactic, and as long as we get 1 hit on him, he's taking a hit once he retreats. So he is in the forest and he is elite. That's the only thing. Okay, so no card draw for them. Minimum of just 1 pool, maximum of 4. So we'll get the 1. Okay, I've just put the chat along here. Run out of space in there. It's defender recon with combat engineer in the back. I just realised I was contemplating. I've got 2 fixed artillery cards in my hand, which I would have been able to do to there, but well, I've blown it now. To be honest, I was swithering because they will let me activate cores that I can do something with. So but it would have been another card used up, another chip pool. However, it's past that chance, so I'll draw the other 3 anyway. Okay, there we go. Well, that was kind of scary. First one I got was Defender Elite, and he is. Well, an A1 and a D minus 1. I thought, oh god, he's going to hang on there. Got only attacker armour and flank attack. Now we are flanking because we're attacking from this hex and that hex. So yes, we're taking a hit ourselves, which is a bummer, but however. So it's 1 hit each. That one doesn't count. It's 1 hit each, but he's not got an IP. So 1 hit, so he's got to retreat. Wherever he retreats, he's in German zone of control, so he takes that as a step loss. So we do take him out with that 1 hit. I just need to have a look to see where I'm taking my hit. Yeah, I'll take on this elite. The infantry drops down to bracketed again. In fact, 1 strength bracketed, so I'll just take it on that elite unit. So more units in the first SS with just 1 step. So dangerous times. I'm pretty sure it's worthwhile advancing these guys after combat into the hex. The guys will stay there. So that's that. So we'll get ready for the next combat. So yeah, we're attacking here. So I've got 2. Oh, come on. So it's right at the top of the table. It's quite a stretch. So that's another 6, 8. So that's 10. And then 21, yeah. So 21 to 3. So we've got 71 odds. And 71 odds. And all units are applicable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 1 for the elite. Piper's, he's 2 steps, so 7, 8. So 8 chip pools. Okay, there we go. I'm not playing any cards. But he's getting to draw a card, so let's see what he gets. Ooh, ouch. Mind you, that's a 3-core card. That was the one that's Patton's army, isn't it? But he's going to get artillery and air power. Yeah. Artillery and air power. Okay. So minimum of 2, maximum of 8. He's in a city. Infantry in a city, but he's got artillery and air power, so I'll get the 2. Okay, there we go. Looks like they're up for some beating again, I think. We've got A2 already, Defender Artillery, and the 1-1 applies. This could be bad, but they're determined to get to Verviers. I'll just go to 7. I'll leave that last one out, I think, because that's A2 at the moment. So another 5 chats coming up. Oh dear. City Forest Hex, D-2. I'm like, oh no. And then I got 2 only attacker armour, so I've got it back a bit, and then I drew this thinking that, okay, I've not got 91, but it's less than 41 on the back. So I was hoping that was still going to give me something, and then look what I drew in the last Allied Air Power, G2. And he's played Air Power. So this is going to hurt again. Oh, this is brutal. I mean, it would have been acceptable if I hadn't drawn that city chip. You know, if I'm taking 4 hits, okay, but if I'm at least knocking the guy out of the city. So he's in a city, so we've only got 1 hit on him, and that gets soaked up. Now we've got 4 hits to take. Oh dear. really don't have a choice. I'm going to lose, if I take all 4 hits, I'm losing 2 units. I can take 2 hits and disperse them all. This is the first play, my first impulse of the day though, so that's not good. It means I've really got to give up on, Verviers for today, I think. And it might well get supported now as well, so... that's chances you take, I suppose. Kind of wish I had drawn the 8th chit just to see. So I'm going to take a hit on this infantry unit and then disperse all my units. That soaks up 2 of the hits. So, right, we went from 4 to 3 with the infantry unit, and then we soak up 2 with dispersing the units, and then we take the last hit on the Piper. He needs replacement unit. So that's him down to 3 strength and only 1 step as well now. So, every one of these units are now one step. Yeah. Not good. That's 2 attacks up there that I've failed. Okay, I'll disperse them and tidy things up anyway. Okay, there we go. Well, I'll just need to accept it. It's not going to be much happening today with them guys. We probably need to take a breather. I don't know if can't remember if we had the supplementary card for them last time or not, but I think you can replace. I think you can still put replacement points on dispersed units. I think it's only when they're not in supply. I'm not seeing anything about it, so maybe something to consider. I mean, we could activate them again. If you activate the core or the units, one of the options is that you remove dispersal, but so might have the 7th Army card as well, and that's a possibility. Anyway, let's not think about what we might get and we might not get. So that's a spent 4 points. We used the Bridge Engineers card, that was it. So that's a spent 4 points, the Allies now get a shot. There's a look at my 3 new cards. We had these 3. These are the 3 new cards. I was really looking for the 47th Corps or the 58th, really. See if we could get them moving towards the Meuse, but not to be. I think we had the did we have the army group? We had the army group card as well as the 5th Panzer card, didn't we, yesterday? So I'm not going to see them today. So okay, well that's what it is. Okay, so we'll get an allied card. I'll just draw this now while we're here. Allied impulse. Okay, so it's a division card for the 18th Airborne. I'll just move things across and we'll have a look. Okay, so it's for the 7th Armoured and the 82nd Airborne. I've had a look. The 3 7th Armoured units are on the board here, and 1's in here. 2 of the 82nd are eliminated, the other 2 are here and here. There's nothing to deploy, and the reserve units box, so I'm looking for out of contact possibilities. This is not out of contact, this is not, this is not, this is not, but this is. So the last part out of contact is its removal would not create a gap in the line. My favourite part. I don't think, I'm pretty sure that's not creating a gap. The line is down here, the line is, it's all secure here. Taking that away opens nothing up. So I'm pretty sure that can be removed and potentially redeployed with Method A. So I'll have a look and see if it's got somewhere it can go. Kind of looking along here. These units, well, the core deployment area for the 18th Airborne is that line north. So there's a good chance it's maybe going to move across here. We'll have a look. Okay, I've just marked 3 hexes there. They're all 5 hold value and they're all victory point towns. German units are adjacent to them all. Proximate to them all. This one is actually surroundable. This wouldn't be picked anyway, but I've worked out this one can be surrounded, so that would be an option. These ones can't be surrounded, but this one is actually within 3 of a unit in the same corps. This is the unit we're talking about moving to there. I can't get anything that's within 3 of the same division. That's these 2 units here, and there's nothing that can break through there, and this is all tight. So I don't think. Hang on, just an early look. I suppose he could back right up. This dark blue hex is as close as he can get. This unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is as close as he can get to like this unit, and it's 4 hexes away. Whereas, if that unit had been there, for instance, I think that would be where the unit would redeploy to, because it's within 3 of another unit's division. It's just outside that. I can't get anything further closer to this. And I think from the Allies' point of view, I could have slipped up to Houghton there, well, assuming I missed the roadblock check, of course, and got 2 victory points. So I think, as long as I feel that this isn't leaving a gap, it doesn't look like it, does it? Do I need to re-look at that and decide? You know what? I'm thinking it's going to redeploy into Houghton. Just going to leave that cube there. That's where he was. Maybe just ponder on it a few more seconds. No, I definitely remember, because some of my thinking was what was behind the line, if that was, let's just say there was a unit up here and this unit was here, and I'm looking at what's behind the line thinking, if I move that, there's a gap in here. But that's irrelevant. It's this line here. Me moving that unit from there to there does not let a German unit find a new route of communication caused by him moving to there. So, pretty sure that's right. So we're going to go with that. As usual, I just can't decide what to do. I so wish I had the 58th Corps card or the 47th. Because this is what I want to do. It's all open for me now. There's nothing in the way. There was a temptation to just activate any one unit and push this guy, take Rochefort, and maybe push. I could get him to Celis, and then he's 1 hex away from the river. But if I was able to get him to the river's edge, then that would be much more tempting. On saying that, we then need to wait till the next reserve phase to have any effect to that. That brings in the OKW units. Something I've never had in play. Usually given up by now, I think. I've got close to the Muse. In fact, did the last time I not get there? I don't know, something stopped me. I wasn't able to get the OKW units out anyway. So maybe there's... The other wee thing I was looking at is that the 3 core units deploy south of Rochefort and Givet, to be honest. And the 7 core units, which I've got in the reserve units pool as well, deploy north of this line. So you've got this wee gap where they're not going to deploy. That's not to say something else might. You've seen this unit move along a bit. So that could happen again, possibly. Yeah, it's probably a waste just moving the one unit. Like I say, there's nothing that can deploy here that's, like I say, it's outside the 3rd core boundary and it's outside the 7 core boundary, Rochfort. So I don't know. There's probably a way of something getting there, but okay. Well, look elsewhere. Hopefully, we can get that card next time, and the Allied Impulse isn't too painful for us. Okay, and of course the other challenge I think now is the command level's 2, so all these two command cards that you play, I've got 4 of them in my hand. Just playing one of them gives the allies an impulse. So I'm going to activate 85th core, see if we can take this guy out. He's been a bit stubborn. And I'm going to chuck a fixed artillery in as well. Mainly to drop another card from the hand, really. Just wonder if it's wise to maybe burn 2 maybe, because I can play 2, I've got a command level 2. Okay, so I'm going to activate them, and all these guys are going to attack. So we've got 5, and another, I think it's 9. Yeah. So we've got 14 to 2, so 7-1 odds there. Oh, hang on, I need to check for this, don't I? When I activate them, I need to check for a roadblock reserve unit, hang on. Yeah, so we're adjacent. I know there's no road, but that's a victory point hex as well, I forgot. Oh, it's a 5, isn't it? Oh dear. Okay, so we're looking for higher than a 5, hopefully. Oh yes, there we go. An 8. So that falls away. Well, that's good. This could be even better then. Well, assuming we can take the guy out. So what did I say? 7-1, wasn't it? Yeah, 7-1. And it's 5 pools. Yeah, they're all just normal line units. Okay, let me think what I'm playing. Oh, just what I remember, and I remembered earlier and forgot to tell you again. When I redrew my hand, there was no fuel cards, no division cards with no fuel on them. So, just as I did remember as I was drawing them, but I forgot to mention it. But I'm sure you've seen that anyway. Okay, so I'm going to play this one for fixed artillery. I think I've got the 2 options. I've got